Hello. Hello. Welcome back to another video. Hair on my camera. Yes, thank you for joining back for another episode. Just ignore the hair, whatever is going on here. Actually, maybe it doesn't look that bad, but this is kind of strange. It just looks a lot weirder in person, but just ignore it. So, welcome to February. Today, the day that I'm recording, is the first day of February, which is exciting. New month. We made it to the second month of 2021. Thank goodness. Let's just hope February is going to be a good month. And you know what? I'm going to make it a good month because, for those of you who don't know, February is my birthday month. I'm going to make it a good month. Nobody else gets to has any say in that, okay? Yeah. Since it is my birth month, I figured, let's make a few videos. It's kind of a little bit more about like getting to know me. As you can tell from the title of the video, today we're going to talk about my journey to being vegan. I know, so crazy. And, since we're talking mostly about food today, I decided I would make lunch again and I would eat it with y'all again. I think this is just going to be my tradition at this point. Let me just tell you a little bit about this. Like pan-fried tofu, carrots, broccoli, rice, and a green curry sauce on there. This curry did in fact come out of a bottle from Trader Joe's. Nonetheless, it's pretty good. And let's just get into the video. First of all, I just want to say that this is not a video where I'm gonna try and convince people that they should be vegan. I don't think it's something that should be forced upon people. So this video isn't me about really trying to educate anyone on veganism. It's more about just sharing my story and my journey with veganism. Maybe get some people interested in it if they want. It's a little disclaimer before we get into the video. I already dropped food on my pants. First, I just kind of want to talk about what caused me to go vegan. So I've been a runner since my sophomore year of high school. When I got into college, I was still running, and eventually, I think it was my sophomore year or maybe my junior year, I started to have a bunch of digestion problems. Basically, I was not able to run most of the time without getting pain in my stomach. I had never really felt that before in high school, and then in college it was just kind of sudden and out of nowhere. I don't know, I'd kind of always had a little bit of issues even when I was in high school, maybe just a little bit, but I think they just really magnified when I was in college. I just pretty much couldn't go out for runs for more than maybe 10 minutes, 5 minutes, because at that point it was done. That kind of led me to eliminating things from my diet to try and figure out what is causing this. Well, eventually I came across veganism, which I didn't really know what veganism was. We talked about it in a few health classes or something, but I didn't really know what veganism was. I knew what it meant to be vegetarian. Eventually I just found videos on YouTube of people talking about the various health issues that they've had. A lot of the people that I stumbled across ended up being vegans who talked about how going vegan had helped them with their own health issues. So that is kind of what sparked me to start eliminating things. And it was a pretty kind of quick transition from not being vegan to being vegan. I was pretty much just starting to cut things out a little bit, and then I think one day I was just you know what, whatever, just get rid of it all. And so I did. I started my little vegan journey and started to get a little bit more involved into the community, I guess, of veganism, which then led me to listening to people talk about the ethical side of veganism and the impact that it has on the world. So that is kind of what I think helped me stick with veganism. I never watched any documentaries about veganism. I watched a lot of people talk about certain like vegan documentaries. I saw like certain clips and stuff in people's videos, which was really enough. I already was just not like a huge fan of meat or anything. When it came to watching the process of some of these things, it was just the final straw. Now, I also have to clarify that while I eat vegan and I try my best to meet all like vegan standards and everything, that doesn't necessarily happen all the time. Because being vegan is more than just like the food that you eat. It's also the shampoo and conditioner that you use. It's the clothing that you buy. It's the furniture that you buy. There's a lot that goes into it that's more than just the food. I don't really get to take part in a lot of buying of vegan furniture and clothing and you know, all that, because that it's just too expensive, you know, right now. If somebody has the financial ability to support vegan businesses, then you should definitely do that. I personally just don't have that capability right now. So you might be wondering, do I have any regrets about going vegan? Have I ever purposefully bought something that wasn't vegan? And these are all good questions. And the answer to all of them would be no. I've never purposefully bought something that wasn't vegan. I'm not like trying to be like, I'm holier than thou. For me, a lot of the things that I gave up when I became vegan were things that I wasn't really that in love with before anyway. You know, I didn't like meat. I ate cheese, but like not that much. It wasn't like great for me. Milk, you know, didn't really like milk. I was pretty okay with just giving up. I think the hardest thing for me was giving up desserts, because that has always been my kryptonite. I love sweets. Not being able to walk just anywhere and get some treat that's just easily available to me, that was hard. I won't deny that there have been times where I've kind of thought about going back. Honestly, I just feel good as a vegan. I think the food is very satisfying that I make, you know. I think you could go about it in a really bad way and just make like salads or, you know, food that's just completely not satisfying for people. And that would make you want to go back. I wouldn't blame you. Of course you would want to go back. But, you know, I thankfully cook a lot for myself, and so I just make food that's satisfying and you know, keeps me happy. No real thoughts about going back. Probably now wondering, do you have any health issues now? Thankfully, after being vegan for like 7 years now, still had some up and downs with digestive problems. It's always hard to kind of say whether or not that is because of the food that I'm eating or the anxiety that I experience. But I will say, on average, my digestion is a lot better. I feel like my body's just working like it's supposed to. I never feel like my stomach's just in pain anymore, you know? As you know, I do have sleep issues, though I don't think I can really say that that is because of being vegan. Yummy. I was talking about kind of before, when I was learning about veganism, there were YouTube channels that I was attracted to and kind of learned some information from. So if you're interested in learning a little bit more about veganism and getting some food inspiration, I would suggest checking out Caitlin Shoemaker and Maddie Limburner. Yeah, Caitlin Shoemaker, she makes vegan and gluten-free cooking videos. She's got some really good stuff. Maddie Limburner, she used to make a bunch of vegan videos and like food videos and stuff, but now she mostly really just makes like workout videos and stuff on a different channel, which is cool too. You should actually check out that channel. But you can check out some of her old stuff for some really good recipes too. If you want any like recipes and stuff online that's not on YouTube or something, suggest checking out the food blog called Minimalist Baker. She makes really awesome recipes. Anyway, you may be wondering, do I personally push veganism onto my friends and family? Do I force them to eat vegan food while I'm around? Do I force them to make me vegan food if outside of the pandemic, if we had a gathering of friends and family? And the answer is no. I wouldn't do that. Thankfully, I have really good family and friends. They just are kind like that. But you know, a lot of the times if you go to like a party or something, or you go to a little social gathering, you know, there's always something to eat. You just gotta check the ingredients on everything. But thankfully, actually quite a few of my friends are like, at least like partially vegan, or you know, like trying out veganism. It's cool. It's cool to be able to connect with them on that. So, since we're now approaching the end of our discussion of veganism, I figured it might be a good idea to give y'all some tips so that, you know, maybe you can have a nice easy transition. First tip is I would just say go slow with it. You don't need to go like cold turkey and just cut everything out, because that's just asking for you to turn back and be like, meat? Sounds pretty good. Also, I would suggest to just try it for more than a week. I feel like a lot of the times people usually try new diets for a week, then they make their decision at the end of the week and decide whether they want to keep doing it. I would suggest trying to go vegan for at least a month and just see how that feels, and you know, really give it a good try, and then see after the month if you want to keep doing it. Cool. Don't worry about being super healthy. One of the big issues that I think I had when I first went vegan was just wanting to be super healthy about it, and thinking that vegan food was mostly about just like having to eat vegetables and fruits and, you know, only that, which is a good thing, you know, definitely good things to do, but sometimes you just want a little treat. Don't punish yourself for wanting to indulge a little bit. And also, it's okay when you're going vegan to make mistakes. Whether you make a mistake your first week, your first month, your first year, or if you make a mistake 7 years later. It happens all the time. It happens to me all the time. You think something's gonna be vegan and you just forget to check the label of something, and it ends up not being vegan. It is not the end of the world, though. As Hannah Montana said, everybody makes mistakes, and everybody has those days. What's most important about veganism isn't just the food that you eat or the clothes that you wear. At the core of veganism, it's really about being a compassionate human being to other human beings and other living creatures, and just, you know, spreading love and compassion for people. So just remember to treat yourself with kindness as well as treat others with kindness. Vegan or not vegan, just be kind. Well, I think that's the end of my video. I hope that I made sense with my little vegan advice. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please leave a comment, like, subscribe if you haven't already. I would appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'm just gonna head out now, finish eating this, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.